just on my Chevy tail. One suitcase, one good shirt, and a pocket full of mail. I learned to read the weather by the bend in the corn. Then I traded that river road for a train and a dome. Taller buildings, harder eyes, cold cash, cold skies. I held my breath, I held my ground. Then I heard that city sound. Boots in New York, heart still small town. I bet on my name and I never back down. From dirt roads to gold floors, I found my way. Boots in New York, I'm still that boy today. Ticker runs red. Learn the game by the minute with a pad and a thread. From soybean fields to big deals, I can read a room. Every rise, every fall feels like thunder in June. Taller buildings, harder rise, cold cash, cold skies. I held my breath, I held my ground. Then I heard that city sound. Boots in New York, heart still small town. I bet on my name and I never back down. From dirt roads to gold floors, I found my way. Boots in New York, I'm still that boy today. Back home they still call me son, still say don't forget where the fields meet the sunset and the nights get wet. So I keep one foot in the past, one on the floor. Every win I bring back is for the folks I'm for. Boots in New York, heart still small town. I bet on my name and I never back down. From dirt roads to gold floors, I found my way. Boots in New York, I'm still that boy today. Yeah, I'm still that boy today. From the dirt road to the trade. Boots in New York. Hey.
right.
Morning, guys. Morning. How's everybody doing? Sound check, mic check, vibe check, all checks. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you guys hear me. Everything is good. The indicator fully updated. It's now iDots order blocks next hour. It has all the information you need. Very, I think, easy to scalp with it now. And here's the important part. We are in the discontinuity mode. So kind of reversal, basically think of it as a reversal mode. We're going to try and take every reversal trade we can. In this case, this one as well. I'm kind of chasing it a little bit here. I was in this trade earlier, and I'm going to try and stay in this trade for the reversal. The reversal trade for this hour is always going to be instantiated by the blue candles or the yellow candles, which are turning trades, right? Turning candles. And we're going to basically bet on the fact that there isn't continuity in this direction. It's going to be some reversal continuity in the other direction. We're going to try and trade that the best we can. I'm going to pull my stop right underneath here, press it more, and see if I could get this trade working. Put my stop underneath here. We traded London today. Anybody trade London with me today? I kind of showed this little technique of we're going to keep our stops tight, press our trades if we can. If we get stopped out, we just simply get a little bit larger on the next cycle. But the whole idea is to, like right now, see this trade. If this trade should have worked, it wouldn't have stopped me out. So stop me out doesn't work. We reconfigure ourselves, look for the next setup with better size. Doing this keeps you very, very tight to break even. And then when you hit the trades, it becomes much, much easier to run with them. So this turn, I mean, there was a turn here on the blues. I kind of pressed myself a little bit here. Now I'm going to have to really just sort of wait for the blues or the yellows to give me some direction of where I want to go on the trades. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a good morning. My goal today was to run all these accounts to the next 100. I already ran the 48 to the 9. I ran the 50s to the 8. I'm going to try to run the 61 to the 300. That's kind of the game plan here as we get started. So we'll see what we can do here. And try to not to make too many mental mistakes, but trading small size hopefully will help me. Chime in if you're new in the room. I'm happy to tell you a little bit about what we do. Had a fun time in London today. London was actually kind of very, very choppy, but I managed to put everything green for our friends at Olo. Today we're going to trade for our friends at Apex and run the Apex accounts. I'm just watching a very choppy price action. You can see this hour continuity is only 62%, so it's kind of it's really sort of a turning hour. Gold is next continuity hour is 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock we'll also trade gold a little bit. We'll switch over there. I'll keep it on I have like a new trick where I keep it on my other screen, so I can see signals and gold, switch into it if we need be. All right, I'm watching this trade again. Again, we're short against this big block. We're trying to make the turn here. The blue candles were the initial turn that they kind of worked. Here comes the white dot. If it holds, we'll try to use it again with the stop over here as a turn signal. See if it gives us any any opportunity to turn. So 8 o'clock is a discontinuity trade in NASDAQ. So it means we're always looking for turn trades in NASDAQ. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Buy. Ah, shit. I hate when I buy. All right, we're going to buy again. Come back here. Put myself underneath here. See if this is going to really resolve or it's going to just come crashing down on me again. I want it to be here. I was just like a second late and five points against. All right. No, we're just chopping around here. Let's see if this can hold. $46.25. There we go. Oh, come on. Jesus. Just missed my target over here. I'm going to stay in the trade. Here's my stop. Longer I stay in the trade, the worse it is. I don't like it, so now it's going to probably stop me out. Yeah, it's going to stop me out. And I'm going to reverse now. I'm just going to reverse on this trade a little bit because clearly the upside is not working. It could chop me out again, but that's fine. I'm small stops, just playing around here in very, very choppy conditions here, which is okay. Small trades. I'm just looking for the next kind of burst of movement here. I'm not finding anything right now because we're basically choppy, but that's fine. Dot in place, so it gives me a little confidence that there's a little bit of mobility. I'll add a little bit more and press it here. If I get tagged, I get tagged. Pretty much like right here is the whole zone that needs to be broken. If I can break that down, it'll work. If I don't, we'll just reset ourselves, move on to the next account, come back to this one a little bit later. Where's the VWAP on this? I don't even see the VWAP. Where's my VWAP? Oh wow, the VWAP is all the way down here. Holy cow. Yeah, not much going on over here. All right, I flattened out. Trade went against me. I flattened out. I'm just going to stay flat on this trade, and now it's starting to go my way. Just have to grin and bear this. Nothing much going on here. Chop City. So I've gotten chopped in a little bit of bad price action. I'll have to just get a little bit patient and wait for the next candle to kind of complete. This is like annoying because I got faked out on this white move, only to be followed by a move to the downside here. Let's see if we can. Nope, nothing much going on. All right, I'm gonna wait for the next yellow or blue candle to give me some discontinuity. This is a very, very ugly hour to trade so far. You know what? Huh. All right. Yellow signal, which kind of gives me the idea, of a little bit of bearish signal here, but followed right by a blue. So it looks like a turn. It's really just nothing going on here. Just really, really choppy price action. Really not much going on here. Let's see if this blue holds. Maybe we'll go long again. If the yellow holds, we'll see. All right, blue's kind of holding. Huh. Nope. Turn down again. Nothing. We're just basically just chopping around. There's no signals here for now. Huh. Wait. Does that make any sense? All right. We broke this bottom. Let's take a little bit of a sell here. Yeah, I'll show you what I'm doing here. I'll take a little bit of a sell here against the stop. And let's see if we can get a little bit more sell price action to the downside. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. It's a little very, very choppy price action, but trying to break out of this range, finding a little bit of direction here. Come on, no. Just get down there. Fuck it. I'm out of this. It's not moving down. We're not touching it. Okay, fuck it. Nothing. Look at this. Now it's finally starting to show a little bit of continuity. The very, very hard part, and this is really like watching how sausage is made, is you have to, and when I trade for myself, I'm not nearly as impatient as I am with you guys, because I don't want you guys to kind of get caught in the vortex. But you have to get caught in the vortex when you're like this. When there's no continuity, you're going to get stopped out and stopped out and stopped out until eventually price is going to take direction and you're going to make money. The key thing is to just constantly keep getting stopped out at the highs or the lows of the candle, so that you have very, very minimal risk. But it does build up against you. And I just didn't, I didn't want you guys to kind of misunderstand that sometimes you're going to have to get a 5 or 6 stop out in a row before you finally start catching the moves. And then everything comes back and you can trade it back. Now, this is like about as ugly a sequence as you're going to get, where you just literally can't get 5 points one way or the other. The whole range is very narrow. That's something, that happens. And you have to commit yourself. That's why you trade small size. And you got to commit yourself to keep making the trades until you start getting a breakout. Still not getting really anything of interest here. But, blue candle against this lows, let's buy it. So again, I'm just going to be against the slows. Let's see if we have enough juice to make 5 points here on the move. Looking for 38. There we go. Finally breaking out. Starting to get a little bit of momentum. So, you know, it's like a lot of false starts. Now, could I have been a little bit more patient? Absolutely, I could have been a little bit more patient. This blew, and this was the final turn that, you know, that was the good turn. Now, I'm going to take one more trade on this. Against this low and see if I can get one more turn on this move here. And the reason the basic idea behind this kind of turn trade is that here's the blue, it gets confirmed by this green dot. You're actually now starting to get a buy block on the trade. So you should have at least enough momentum to kind of carry it a little bit forward. Should is the operative word. It doesn't necessarily always happen, but you're trying to trade the probabilities and you're trying to trade the flow as it's starting to take shape. So we'll see. What's my target on this one? It's 51. Okay, 51. There we go. And so that guy's resolved, and we're like, you know, we're back in business after a very, very choppy start. You know, and now we can take a pause here and see what's going on. So I guess the best way to kind of phrase this is the only time you really want to trade, the way you want to trade the discontinuous hours is you want to start your attempts always on the blue side with the lows, you know, with the lows against the against the lows here, and only give yourself this one continuity candle explosion, and that's it. And even if you did this, you really were, well, if you took this trade over here, you made 5 points up. And then if you took this trade here, you managed to make 5 points down. And then if you took this trade here, you got stopped out. And then this one, if you took, you probably would have survived this little stop here and made a little bit of money. This one, you get stopped out. But then on the confirm trade, as it turned around over here, the second dot, you took the second trade. Now it's, it becomes a lot more problematic because the whole idea is that, your pull away trades and confirm trades don't really, they only resolve about 60% of the time. It means that they really stall out. So you don't really want to follow them too much. But even if, even as you kind of played out this little activity, if I was a little bit more patient than I was, it wasn't an easy trade. Like here, these trades were all easy, but this is, by the way, actually was all continuity. No, this was a continuity trades here. So I actually was trading all of these blue candles, all of these neon candles really well. Another way that you kind of want to look at all of these, what I call middling hours, is you can say to yourself, well, the most immediate story here, and the key thing is the most immediate story, is a little bit of continuity structure, right? I got the ICT block, I got the candles, They're all glowing up. I'm going to just basically trade the first 2 or 3 trades in a direction of the continuity block. So here's the continuity block. You trade these 2 or 3 trades in a direction. And that's, and you do get some nice continuity there, right? So you trade 1, 2, this one doesn't work. You pick up the next dot that does work, and that's about it that you're going to get. So if I were to look at this right now, these 2 continuity dots worked. Now I'd have to wait a little bit. The third one up, I'd take that, and that would be it. But you really are just scratching out here because the market is very, very, very flat. Not only is it like discontinuous, but it's just it has no amplitude, it doesn't run up and down. It just runs, less than 5 points. Still, the order block signal generally is good for the first 10 minutes, right? It's generally it started at 7:39. It really kind of stalled about 25 minutes into it, right? You didn't have much more. So if you sort of look at it this way, you could say, okay, if there's a dot within 15 minutes of the order block, this is what, 8:18 to about 8:30, which is very close to now. If you get the next dot, a green dot up, worth it. But until you get that, you're not going to trade much. The difference between the really strong hours, we have the 10 o'clock hours is supposed to be a good hour coming up, right? Versus the medium and the weak hours is that in the strong hours, you can feel confident taking almost all the continuity signals. In the weak hours, you want to trade, just take the first couple, the earliest ones, because you don't have any confidence that they're going to extend. And you see, it's not extending, right? It's not extending. In fact, if I was really paying attention, we could have shorted this yellow over here, and made a little bank. Let's see. I'm going to be late, but let's give it a shot. I'll be against this little high. See if I get extension to the downside. A bad trade, but not horrendous. Just kind of showing you the examples of what I want to do. So I'm short. I should have been short here. I said I got short here. Probably going to reverse on me because this was the profit. 52 to 43. This was the profit. Oh, and now we're getting the green dot candle, which is good because if this holds, I'll reverse the size and try to trade this into the continuity mode. If it holds, it's a big if. Yeah, it's trading between sell and buy blocks, but it looks like it wants to go and knock out the sell block. So let's see. Or maybe not. Did it knock me out? No, not quite. Not quite. Not quite. I'm still in the slide thing. Boom. And my sell resolves. See? Now we're picking up a lot of steam. What happened here? It's 8:30. Is there news? Do we have news? What news is there on 8:30? Oh, let's see if there's any news. Oh, by the way, guys, this is a really interesting story. Not like I'm Fed semi-reasonable to keep rates steady for now, given uncertainties. Okay. I guess that's having a little bit of a negative point. So I think this is going to be a super interesting story. IBM stock has been dead for 2 decades, right? But if you've been reading, they are one of the leaders in quantum computing, which is a very, very, very advanced field, but nowhere near ready production. You need something called 1,000 qubits to make a computer viable, and we're basically only at about 100 qubits of production, because it's extraordinarily difficult to keep the computer so cold as to keep it in the state of suspension, so that particle can be both 0 and 1. It can have that the flip state of the quantum flip state. But the point is, I think IBM could be a sleeper stock, because if they make a breakthrough, which they're usually very, very good at academic research, make a breakthrough in actually making a viable quantum computer, like let's say a truly working quantum computer, you're going to see NVIDIA like run on that stock. So it's a punt play, in my opinion, but I think it's a really interesting one over the next year and a half, because that is the next frontier. Quantum computing will basically, it's like what AI did to software, except 1,000 times more, 100 million times more powerful in terms of the ability to do computation. So it's really, really fascinating. That's my stock talk for the day. That's it. I could be wrong, but like 2-year leaps on that thing could be really, really cool. I think I'm actually going to buy some for my own account. Still really, really choppy here. Nothing much going on. I'm waiting for the turn signals, the bearish or the bullish ones, to give us any kind of direction right now. So super quiet. Seems like a really, really dead Tuesday today, huh? What's happening, Michael? What sucks? You mean choppiness? Chop City? Well, this is the way you fight it, by just staying small, right? Staying small and staying tight. And what I mean by that is just, if it's not going your way, you just get stopped out tight. Oh yeah, but I don't, this is the thing. Like, if you got to be very, very comfortable with that. That's the whole point. When you're scalping, there'll be a period where you're going to get like 5, 6, 7 stops in a row. And the idea is like, you actually should be happy, because it means you're close to some kind of a breakout. Where everybody goes on tilt is they get so pissed, they start getting size to try to get it back right away, which is the absolute wrong. Like I showed this in London, and I'm actually doing this now with every trade. You notice I don't variate the size. I just variate the frequency of entry. So like if I have confidence, or if I have a true, like, 1 sequence, 2 sequence, where it's really clearly obvious that it's, like, let's say this is 1 sequence, 2 sequence, 3 sequence. It's pretty obvious that the third sequence is going to give you a higher probability. I would just simply add, I go 1, 2, 3, like I do quickly buying. What I find about that's so much better is a couple of things. First of all, you never variate your size, so you never, like, by accident hit a 10 lot because you just finished a big cycle on the first level. And 2, when you're wrong, you're going to be under invested, because you're only going to go 1, 2, and it's going to go against you, or it's going to retreat against you. You're not going to want to be in a position. So this kind of, I think, really interesting technique of just simply doing the frequency rather than the size helps keep you very much in check. Really, really in check. You don't have that $1,000 losing trade because you went 10 large with a large stop. Does that make sense? Oh shit! I'm talking and I'm not paying attention. Let's buy this. Fuck. Sorry, we should have bought this over here. All right. Well, I'm gonna get underneath here. Let's see if I can resolve this. Sorry, I'm not paying attention. What a surprise. 9 o'clock, we'll flip our attention to gold a little bit. Come on, get out of there. We'll flip our attention to gold a little bit because gold is a really good continuity trade at 9 o'clock, as you can see. So maybe we'll just trade gold for like an hour at 9 o'clock and have a good time with it. Anyways, the trade should have been here. The trade was here, got done, but whatever. I screwed up a little bit. It should have been the entry here. We are at a period of time where we're just trading the early turn signals, trying to make them happen. Instead of trading the neons, we're trading the blues and the yellows. Has everybody updated the indicator yet? Okay, good job. Thank you, Peter. Are you enjoying it? Well, I'm watching gold. Gold has also had a super flat day today. Yeah, it's a struggle, Michael, between the red and the hot pink. It's a little bit of a distinction. I know it's and I may just tweak it to make it like really dark red against, like maybe just make the red darker so the hot pink distinguishes itself against the red. That's a good point. I may do that. No, regular pink just doesn't. They don't. Which you really want. What you're complaining about. You're pointing out a really key point is that there's a really good contrast between green and neon green, right? So super easy contrast, right? The contrast here is there, but not as sharp, and you want it to be sharper contrast. So there's two ways to make a contrast. One is to make one even more, hotter, but this is about as neon as you're going to get. The other one is to just darken this one, make this one almost maroon. And if it's maroon against hot pink, you'll really see the difference, No. I want feedback. I want it to be, the whole idea is to make it as user-friendly as possible. I know what I'm doing, but you want to make it as user-friendly as possible for anybody else. All right, let's go long this thing. This is the confirm trade. Again, going to stay underneath here, and boom, very nice. You see that? Just clipping it, just clipping it, just clipping it. So again, what is the trade here? It's a turn trade. We're just trading the early, when we're in a discontinuity environment, we're just trading turn trades. And turn trades are twofold. The early turn trade is the blue. The early turn trade confirmed by the white is the other way. Similarly, like the sell trade is the yellow, confirmed by the purple dot is the secondary. And then after that, there's nothing else. Because now, even if this could go maybe 100 points up, because there's always an exception to the rule. But generally, in the 8 o'clock hour, you don't have too much extension on continuity. So therefore, it's not worth chasing. It's not worth chasing the neons. When you get the good hours, that's when you chase all the neons you can. It's basically, that's the whole idea. The color coordination of when and how you trade which candle is what makes the play, you know. Magenta is a better color than hot pink. That's another good idea. Because magenta is, you know, we have the magenta on here and it's pretty clear. It's a pretty clear distinction, right? I think you're right. I think Ben is right. We should probably stay with the convention of magenta. Maybe we keep the red and just make it a magenta. All right, Ben is always with the best idea today. So I'll try to change that to magenta, and that will I think that'll show us the contrast better. Sorry, guys. Now, you know, as I say all of this, you can always break the rules. When you're like what's going on right now, we have a micro continuity environment, right? You have the bi-block, you have the two neons. This is not a horrible idea to get. And if I wasn't yapping, I probably would have gotten long here. Not a horrible idea to get long for just maybe one or two extensions, for one or two continuity moves. Like it's not that you always don't want to trade continuity, you just don't want to trade it for too long. Whereas in really, really strong continuity hours, these things can go 5, 10, 5, 7, 10 dots in a row, right? Here it's just the super fast, quick moves like you see here. But when you get this, you know, this combination of this stuff, it's not a horrible idea to try to trade this. Let me see if I can. Let's have a little bit of fun here. We'll buy against this. Maybe hold the. This is this. Fuck! I hate all this movement. Let's see if I can get a little bit more extension over here. I'll try to clip it. $8:45, 15 minutes from now, we'll switch over to gold and, you know, trade a little bit of gold. And then we'll, at 9:30, 9:35, we'll come back to the NASDAQ and just see how it trades. And then to 10 o'clock hour, that's when NASDAQ really gives us the best continuity trades. So we'll try and work those together. Oh. I'm going to get out of that one. It's not worth my time, this continuity trade. Now I'm going to just see if I can see if this yellow kind of holds. All right, we'll sell it. We'll sell it against the high now. Still going to be very choppy. May take me out, but at least we're going to try and trade to the protocol here. There we go. There we go. There we go. Come on, 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 come on. Flatten me out. Come on. Flatten. All right, I'll just take it. I'll just take it. Was hoping I was going to resolve, but you see, we're just taking this one. Now, if we get a red dot, we'll follow that. I should have just held on to it, but the point being is that the counter candles, the candles that give you the counter signals, are the ones you're trading in this particular time frame. And you see they're much more, you know, because there's choppiness. The early turn candles are the ones that are giving you the edge over here. You see, you know, all the winning trades are off those, you know, those discontinuity candles. What is what going live, Andrew? This is already live. This is already live. We just the only sort of final note in all of this was we're probably going to turn the hot pink back to magenta, so there's a better contrast to the trade. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me see if I could. I'm going to hang tight a sec. We're going to try and get this done. Since it's so quiet, let's do a little bit of vibe coding on the side here for a second, and I'll show you what it looks like. And if you guys like it, we'll just update it right now. Just bear with me a sec here, guys. All right, I see it now. Getting the sell signal here. So my short kind of extended a little bit here. All right, let's update this. You guys tell me if you like it, and then we'll see if you want me to make the change. That's a better contrast, right? I think it's a better contrast. What do you think? Give me a yes or a no. Hi, Miguel. How are you? Yes. Dry Fire likes it. Kyriaki likes it. Better contrasts. Okay, cool. All right, we'll keep it magenta. We'll keep it magenta. Although, as you can see, this one kind of fails. So this trade worked, which is the trade I showed it, but then the confirmation trade does not, right? Like you would get stopped out right here, unless you gave yourself a little more generous stop over here, but I wouldn't. Really, guys, it's so choppy. Look at these tiny. This is a 48. This is like a 3-point candle. But like, okay, what the hell? We gotta go. We gotta trust our structure, right? So I'm underneath here. This is the blue candle reversal. Basically, I'm trading the blue candle reversal. Again, the early reversal to the other side. Does it hold? We'll see. We genuinely just there we go. Maybe that's going to work a little bit for us. Does it work? Come on. Oh my God! Look how slow. Look how pathetic it is. It's like three points. It can barely climb that. Come on, let's go. Come to Poppy. What's my target? There we go. Finally get done. So again, yes, the turn trade. As much as I am, bitching about this, if you look at the sequences here, all of the turn trades. Well, let's ignore this chop, right? All the turn trades here did work themselves out. So sticking to the rules actually does work. Still very quiet. 10 minutes to go to 9 o'clock. We'll try to switch to the gold. Gold trade, although I don't see gold trade being super exciting today either. It's not. Well, it's actually is starting. Gold trade is actually starting to show some continuity structures here. Let's talk about gold. Here's gold. By the way, how cool is it that when you switch the signals, it tells you the statistics on that particular instrument, right? You guys noticed that, right? So I was going to say is gold is starting to show some really nice downward momentum. Oh, wait, why is this? I thought I fixed this. Oh, sorry. Let me fix this. MGCQ. I thought I fixed this. Apply. I want to say. I guess I didn't save it. I want to save this. So yeah, we have like nice continuity here to the downside in gold, but it's coming up at the 9 o'clock hour. So I'm gonna try and front run this a little bit and see if I can get a little bit ahead of it here. I don't know how much extension I'm going to get because it's already been a pretty big move, but I'm betting on continuity here. Hopefully it'll go my way. Come on. Go hit it. There we go. So continuity works on gold. Okay, let's trade 9 to 9:30 on gold. See what comes our way, because now we're coming up into that hour. The box didn't like my 2-minute chart. Yeah, the turn trade is what's up. Yeah, TAT, trade every turn. Yep. Okay, guys, you want me to update this to magenta? Let's do that. Well, we got a little bit of time before 9 o'clock. Let me just update the. Oh, goddamn. What? Hold on. What's going on over here? Didn't we just? Okay. I thought I did. Okay. No. Hold on. Shit. Oh, no, it's fine. Wait. Is this right? I just want to make sure this is right. Hang on just 1 second, guys. Hang on. Copy. Should not be updating code while we're trading live, but we got nothing else to do. Okay, this is the same code. Okay, this is fine. So then I want to do publish script. No, update existing code. But it's only magenta. Okay, continue. Okay. All right, cool. You guys should have now the new code. Okay, so everybody, you can just delete, update, delete, or delete and update, and you'll be fine. Okay. All right, now let's go to look at gold just climbing down. All All right, 5 minutes to the 9 o'clock hour when gold becomes a trending mechanism, and it's already, you can clearly see this, that it's been a very good trending mechanism here. But we already ran about 3 or 4 continuity candles, so we'll wait. Yes, this is the whole point. That's the other smart part about it, is the data is only designed for 1 minute chart. So if you put a 2 minute chart, it's not going to give you the data because it doesn't want you to be fooled by statistics. It's another thing that we did a fail safe in there so that people don't misunderstand and think, oh, I'm trading a 5 minute chart. It's a 70% probability on a 5 minute chart. No, this is only contingent on the 1 minute chart. It's actually designed, as part of your structure. Simon, you got to join. You got to join the BK membership. Here's the link. You do that, you're going to get this for a full 6 months. Good morning. Good morning. For those of you guys that want to get like an education in how all of this is put together, here's the web page that explains everything about the system. All right, so gold doing a little bit of a turn. So in this type of condition where we are looking for continuity trades, right? There's just really only 2 possibilities here. It's gonna come back, turn around, start making more red dots. We'll short those, or it's gonna bust through that sell block and maybe create a buy condition. Either way, we'd have to be pretty patient in gold because we're not trading the turns in gold now. We're trading the continuities in gold because it is 2 minutes to the to that hour. All right, I'm glad you made me change it back to magenta, Michael. I think it's a really good looking contrast, right? Everybody agrees. Now you can really read the chart well. Oh, here comes the sell in gold, right? Here comes sell in gold. 15 seconds left. Let's see if the sell in gold holds. 6-7 seconds left. All right, I'm in the trade against the stop here. Let's see if we get any kind of continuity. And it is 9 o'clock. Come, baby, come on. Come to Papi, let's go. Come on. Hit it. Jesus. There's been so much downside movement, I have to move the charts up here. Come on. Flatten out. Ah, Jesus. This is the 9 o'clock open. That's what happened. 9 o'clock. But actually, did I reverse myself? Okay, let me just flatten myself out here. I totally reversed myself on this move here. It's fine. I forgot. This is the COMEX open. That's why we ran it right into the knife edge. That's fine. I kind of managed to reverse myself on the move here. And got a little bit back. Let's stay focused. All right, we're in gold pretty much for the next half hour until the market opens up, and then we'll turn our final hour attention to the NASDAQ and see what we can do there. I'm going to try and I'm going to tighten up my stops and targets on this. So 9 o'clock hour gives you the stats of where the gold ideas are. This is gonna, if this this is, I'm gonna take this white dot early if it stays. And it doesn't. We'll see. Because I think if we have this turn, it's going to bust that that sell zone. Okay. There we go. Okay, that busted that. Let's see what it wants to do. Actually, kind of like right in front of it. Now we're getting the neon trade. So this stays in place. This stays in place is definitely going to bust that sell zone. And I definitely want to follow it with a stop underneath here. If this is going to be a continuity trade, it's gonna hold the highs, the lows. I mean. Oh no, flat. Fuck. This is the only problem with me flipping back and forth is I don't have the I wasn't watching this on both charts. Sorry, it kind of disappeared right at the last second. All right, we really need a neon. So it did bust out the sell block. First of all, it has not even created a buy block yet. But we need a neon green for us to get confident on a continuity trade here. But basically, the shorthand, the real shorthand of scalping is within what I call the golden hour. The golden hour is when both strategies are supposed to work. Like this is the golden hour. This is the golden hour now for gold, and the golden hour for NASDAQ will be at 10 o'clock. You pretty much trade every dot, right? You trade every dot because that is a continuity signal. Here we go. Go. Buy market. Let's see if that extends. I'm underneath here, this candle. And come on. Show me the continuity. There we go. So yeah, you just keep doing it. Busted out the second sell zone, and now we're creating a buy zone underneath here, right? Let's see if it holds. It's pretty cool, right? It's really, really cool how you could see the trend develop in real time with dots and blocks and everything else and colors, right? Oh, shit. It just popped in the last second. There we go. There we go. Still making it. And I could get a lot more aggressive. I'm just, today I'm really trading very, very small with you guys just to, for everybody to get the vibe of how you would trade this. But you could see that once you get the runs, you can really press those sides. But one trade, two trade, three trades in a row, where the whole structure gave us really great scalps, right? One after the other. Anybody trading those? Take them with me. Or are you guys just watching today? Because it's a lot to absorb. See if there's any more news on anything. That's understandable. It takes a while to kind of get into the rhythm. I'm trying to get myself into sort of like the full rhythm of this. Yeah, split screen does help. I'm just it's just a small screen. I guess we could do split screen. Let me do a split screen. Big reversal down the other way, right? I was going to say, remember the rule is to trade every dot. Like this is a pretty good dot. This is just a big, big dot though. It's 50. It's a 5-point dot. I really don't want to take this as a move. I'll wait. Oh, I know what I like to do. I totally forgot about this. Okay. Shit. Sorry, guys. I keep forgetting what I wanted to do here. So when you get a big candle like this, you can wait for the retrace, which I should have waited over here, and come in like mid candle. And then you keep your risk reward ratios, but you generally actually get much better execution, which I fucked up right now because I was talking and not thinking. And I'm probably going to get clipped out of this thing, but let's see. Maybe it'll resolve for me. We'll see. I'm going to flatten out. But the trade was like right here. This was the good trade. And when you have a big candle, you don't have to necessarily quit on it. You can just simply position yourself mid candle, and you would have been able to. I would have been able to resolve this much better. Sorry, it was just a bad execution trick of this whole thing. But remember, in a golden hour, every dot is an opportunity for you to possibly scalp it. Right? I keep fucking up. I need to be zoned in trying to take this over here. Okay, getting a pull away candle possibly. Where's astrologer today? He's been super quiet. Good morning, guys. We're trading gold till about 9:20 or so. Then we're going to switch over to NASDAQ, which is going to be a bear of a trade. And then 10 o'clock, hopefully NASDAQ is going to give us some nice, good continuity trades. Gold has just been, today has been, today it's interesting. Today has been a day where all the stat tables have been useless. And that's part of the idea of stat tables, right? They're just general abbreviations of the idea. They're not in any way, sense, or form precise forecasts, approximations. The general approximations is what I mean. If I could speak English, it would be great. All right, we're looking for some continuity trades. 13 seconds left on this one. Oh, it's finally starting to come down. Trying to sell this. Big trade. Big candle against me. I'm gonna eat this candle. Again, bet execution, and it's gonna retrace against me too. That sucks. All right, I'm going to just show you something on this particular trade. There we go. That got resolved, and I'm going to just simply flat myself out. This is just, I didn't make money on that particular trade, but it was just an example of where I should have been on a big candle. Remember, the candle is kind of more than $3 or $4 long. I don't want to be taking it at the entry. I want to be taking it mid candle because I want to position myself where my risk is to the top of the candle and my reward is still within my structure, right? So this was a big candle. I'm kind of getting used to all of this, stuff on the fly in terms of adjusting the volatility rules to all of the scalping. If you're going to scalp with a very, very tight stop, like a candle top stop, then you have to sort of become very much aware of where exactly you want to enter on any of those positions. If you want to give yourself a reasonable edge. And this is what I'm basically just kind of refining with you guys right now. So I showed you basically like what I did wrong, which was entering right on the edge of this candle. Then I waited for the proper retrace, and it was very, very easy to recover and get that money back. What's June gloom in San Diego? Does that mean is June a bad month in San Diego? What happens in San Diego in June? So the interesting thing about all this is that the answer is always in this question, is there continuity? And the answer is yes, there is, but it depends where you're coming in on it, right? So there's continuity, but you need to be able to judge the entry really well. Gray in the morning. Oh, that's really disgusting, man. June is like such a nice month in Northeast. We're gray from November until March. So no joy over here. All right, 916. How's NASDAQ? I haven't even looked at NASDAQ from the side of my thing. Well, NASDAQ has had a little bit of a downfall. NASDAQ's got a little bit of a pop. Let me show you NASDAQ. Where's the thing? Oops. Oh, wow. I have to keep it like this. Okay, I'm going to keep this ratio like this. Oh, here, I want to go NASDAQ. Shit, I'm sorry. Caramba. Fuck. Come on. Sorry, I'm trying to. There we go. Okay, that got resolved a little bit. I'm just trying to get myself organized on both of these things properly. No, this should be 20. The problem is when I'm trading NASDAQ, I need different tick parameters. Okay, fine. So the reason I went long NASDAQ is because NASDAQ is in a discontinuity mode, right? Watch this. We have these blue. Remember with the blue candles. So blue candle, confirmed by the dot, was an easy trade to the upside. All right, we're going to switch to NAS for the rest of the hour. It's about 15 minutes to the open. I'll keep an eye on gold. Gold is kind of quiet out now. Nothing much going on over there. Today was really kind of a day where I'm showcasing the working out, really not showcasing, but just working out the basic scalping techniques so that we're organized and really ready for the rest of the week. The basic tenet is in a strong continuity hour, we take almost every single dot. We trade tight. We stay to the dots high or dots low. And, we get larger as we get more confident as the trend develops in our direction. NASDAQ is popping ahead of the open. I will take this trade if it holds, as it's still an early part of the turn. There we go. Come on. All right. We'll take that out. Guys, give me just 1 sec. I'm going to take a little bit of a pause. I'll be right back. Hang out. I'll play some music. Hey. Calm down. Calm down. All right. Good morning. Back to the pre-market rally. So you see the neons really worked here, even though we are in a kind of a discontinuous mode because they're early. They're early continuity signals. They blew through the sell blocks, and all good, right? I'm being eaten. No. It's just wow. Look at the nice big reversal pre-market. They're really ramping it up. I don't see any news, so I don't think it's anything news driven. It's just BS. Although it does look like, whenever I see these kind of, 3, 4, 5 moves, it always feels like there's some kind of Iran news flow off that kind of stuff, which is also really good because color again tells you intensity, right? You can see the intensity of the move through color, which makes it really easy to structure the trade. What time is it? 5. I am going to just never mind. I snoozed, I lose. I was going to see how. Okay, this is a big candle. It's coming down about 5-6 points underneath this candle. Worth the shot. Like I like buying this because it's the risk reward here is really good. You have a quick scalp to the upside, reasonable move, all that stuff. I mean, you can just really lock in and just keep clipping points as you get much more comfortable with the whole color scheme and the structure of the setup. And we'll do lots and lots of these ideas. So it's always a combination of strategy and execution and tactics and strategy. And the tactics is what we're basically refining right now into these type of strategies that makes them so much sniper deadly accurate. No trades right now because we got like 5 minutes before the open. But clearly something, somebody just V-shaped this whole market. I feel like there's news that just hasn't been released, or we're just not seeing it yet. Because this is acting like there's sustained buying here based upon something we're not seeing in the market. Sorry, Mike. Do you have like one of those? What is that? It's like a condition where people get incredibly assaulting to them to hear people chew. I forgot what. There's actually a word for it. Oh God, what is that term? It's like they literally have a physical condition. I'm just trying to get one more burst of caffeine through my gum versus coffee. Joel's at 10. Yes. I mean, pretty far away. Katz's Market lately? You mean like Katz's Deli? Do you mean Katz's Deli? I saw this great YouTube video this one guy made. It literally is a trifecta of the Lower East Side. He was like, if you want to have like the perfect, Jewish deli day, you go to Katz's Deli for the pastrami sandwich. Then you finish up. Then you go to Yonah Schimmel's. Oh my god, Knish. You go to Yonah Schimmel's Knish for all of their amazing knishes, and then you finish up with Russ and Daughter's bagel lox and cream cheese bagel. Like all the Lower East Side things. But honestly, like the hidden gem that nobody except real New Yorkers know. This is not a food place in a normal sense of the word. Is this place on the Lower East Side called Economy Candy. And it is a candy store that has literally every candy you could possibly imagine, but also like, I don't know if you guys know something called halva, which is like the Middle East sesame dessert. The freshest halva you've ever had in your life. It's just so good. So good. Is it a tourist trap now? Economy Candy? I don't think so. It's still cheap. I mean, it's busy as hell. There's a lot of tourists in there. Wait, what are you talking about, Laura? Who's the tourist trap? Economy Candy? Or something else that I'm talking about? Katz's Deli is for sure a tourist trap, but it's still really good. Really good. Oh yeah, Katz's Deli for sure is a tourist trap, but it's still an experience. You got to have that experience. I mean, it's really good food. There comes the sirens. All right, 9:30. We're almost to the open. Let's see what we want to do here. Yeah, but like, oh my God, the halva at Economy Candy is one of the greatest bites you'll ever have in your life. It's a really fun store. Really fun store. It's like something out of 1930s, Generally, the Lower East Side. Oh, and then Kosar's Bialys, if you really want to. A bialy is like a Jewish version of an English muffin, except it's got a little bit of onions baked into it. It's really delicious too. All right, it is 9:30, so I do not want to stand in front of this train. But but the trade, given the fact that this is discontinuity, well, now it goes away, would have been to sell the yellow candle, but we're not. We're just, we're pushing. Let's assume, and ooh, look at that flip. Holy cow. Wow. Did you see that? Holy moly. That was some flip. I was like, I really wanted to sell that, but it's the opening candle. Wow. That was, Jesus Christ, that was a 80-point level clips. That means somebody dropped so much volume on the open that it killed the ladder for 80 points. All the bids that were sitting there 20, 30 levels deep all got hit. That's impressive. That is really impressive. I'm just trying to time this trade, and I just missed it. I wanted to get a little bit higher. Let's see. There's a lot of vol. Come on, clear me out. Yep. Again, so I'm just trying to play. I'm just being an idiot and trying to play this in a very, very high volatility environment, but not so idiotic that I'm not tactically. I may be strategically stupid, but tactically correct in the sense that big down move, right? You don't want to take the candle. You want to take the retrace on the candle. And I took the retrace with a quick quick stop back, so that worked. But it was, that was a stupid. There's so much vol. I could have eaten that trade very quickly, but fine. I mean, it's a small trade, so I don't care. I was just wanted to play around with that. So this is where this is the graveyard of scalping, by the way. Every back test told me this is the absolute graveyard of scalping. But if you're going to, step in front of into the lion's den during this time, the 9:30, 10 o'clock time, we want to try to exploit the turn candles, right? So this is a bullish candle, although it's gonna, if it breaks the lows, it's not gonna be a bullish candle anymore. Boom, there we go. That goes away. Now it turns into a full-on sell assault. So what I'm saying basically is, at this time, we're not looking to trade the dots. We're looking to see if we can get the blues or the yellows as an anchor point for our entries, and see if those will give us any opportunity to trade. Otherwise, we're going to just let it go. Fresh lows, New York breaking the London lows right now. Fresh lows again, just breaking down. That was wow! What a pump and dump. They just took it up right in front. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out, was it news driven, or was it just a pure pump and dump? Huh? No, nothing on the news. Waiting for the turn. No turns, just killing it. They are taking it to English saying 30,400. It's very likely we're probably going to take it down there. Massive vol here, though, just huge. These candles are like 50, 60 points large. Again, I'm just playing with the idea of like, let me hit the retrace, and it's probably going to just eat me up, but let's see if it comes back in. Nope. And I'm able to a little bit of, it's not quite Paw Patrol. It's kind of like a variant of Paw Patrol, but again, massive, selling continuity trades. I'm just trying to position myself against a very large candle and see if I get a little bit of those continuity flows in my direction. Eventually, this thing is going to V-shape and blow everybody out on the short side. But, for the one or two candles that you have the continuity on, it's working. London calling. Yeah, London is calling. All right, so we're testing the London lows. We dropped about 200 points from the open. By the way, again, very dangerous trade, but totally possible. If you're trading let's say you're trading no daily limit, right? 25,000. Would you have survived this 503? Yeah, I think you would have basically what you're looking for. Maybe even you have like the big candle, you could kind of find like what I'm saying is you could do a single trade funding trade. Should be like a lot of fun. Maybe we'll do that this week. The opening candle moves, right? You have the big move down. Even if you position yourself like a 308, what's the worst that went against you? 22. You would have survived the twos, and you would have you needed to go 33. The only problem is on the retrace, you probably would have. I don't know if you would have been stopped out on the retrace because if went down here and came back up on the retrace, you would have been stopped out. You have to do a couple of these trades. What you need is just almost a unidirectional move because it's the retrace that will kill you on all of these trailing drawdown things. But if you can kind of time it where you have a 30 points of continuous movement, boom, you're golden. You've TP'd for a funded. There's a blue candle forming right over here. 43 seconds. Let's keep an eye on this. We're going to get stopped out. We're stopped out. Too bad. All right. First turn doesn't work. Waiting for the next turn. Let's wait for the next turn. And these during this hour, sometimes you need 2 or 3 turns before it's going to work. So we got avalanched into the 400s. That's fine. Let's wait a little bit longer. See if we can get another turn candle coming in. But you see how treacherous this half hour is. All the continuity gets quickly reversed. Then you have reversal gets completely discontinued the other way around. It's a it's a really perilous trade. You got to trade small, and you got to just be very, very selective as to what you want to step into. Wow, a lot of selling in the first half hour. Here we go, looking for a blue. Boom. I kind of anticipated that blue move because I saw it moving early. So that was a clean, clear turn candle. It came into it a little bit early. You could take the second. Well, now it goes into the confirmation. But I would have taken this one too. You could take this one too for a press trade, and pressed it up to the other way around. You just need to be really zoned in and locked in on all these trades as they're happening. It could have been another good reversal trade. Did I remove the countdown clock? I took it off my thing. You can enable it. I just disabled it. I disabled it. But yeah, it's still there. Continuity trade here a little bit. Yeah. Come on. Come on. No. Too much vol here. Come on, baby. Resolve. Nope. Oh, come on. Boom. Resolved. I managed to hang on through this continuity trade. But yeah, it's this is always very treacherous in this 9:30, 10 o'clock hour because of all the vols. Plus, I guess we're going to get the ISM services coming up in about 10, 15 minutes. So that should be a play. But look how much of a if you have the stamina to hold it, it's such a great reversal trade, right? Like a 30, 40 point dollar reversal. You could actually, by the way, trade the one trade funded on a reversal trade too. Might take you a couple of accounts, but you can really see using our dots indicator how the reversal move here would have totally gotten you funded with one account. I'm trading my thing for incredibly small, consistent, $100 a day type of income thing, but it doesn't mean it can't be traded for $1,000 a trade thing as well. It's totally viable. It's just a question of what kind of risk control you want to impose on your own trading, and what your long-term goals are. But if you wanted to swing for the fences, these kind of turn trades could easily do it. All right, yellow candle. 37 seconds. Let's see if the yellow candle holds. I might break out. There we go. Turns into a continuity candle. We'll stay patient. So the market did a rinse job on the longs, a rinse job on the shorts, and a rinse job on the shorts again. It's really really flushing everybody out. And trying to just pick the spots where we're not going to get too badly hurt. $10 to the ISM services. So we'll hold off until it prints. Unless I can get a yellow, very quick one right now. Nothing. $10 to go. Almost right back to the open, right? And we've seen that so many times where it runs to the open, they're going to run right through it and take it to New York session highs. There comes a yellow. I want to take a on this against the high, and it might take me out, but it's fine. I'm just kind of trying to front run this to see if the high holds, but it probably won't. Yeah, I took it at. See, the yellow turns into a thing. I ran ahead of it and ate the continuity trade. The continuity trade is super strong here. I definitely would have shorted this one more time, but I don't want to get into bad habits with you guys, so I'm not going to. All right, fresh session highs. It's actually going, like I said, it's actually going to go to take out New York session highs. Which is exactly where it wants to go. All right, now I'm going to sell this. Just fucking bad execution. Come on, get down there. All right. Took out New York session highs. I really wanted to short it over there. I still got the trade, but not the perfect execution that I wanted. Now it might come back up. I'm going to play a little bit of music. We're going to take a little bit of a break and then come back right before the ISM services just to see how the number prints, and then we'll trade the rest of the New York Open. I'll be back in a minute, guys. Hi guys, all right, we're back. We got 3 minutes, 4 minutes to go to the open. See yellow candle, lots of volatility, so I kind of have to fight through that a little bit. But you can see the techniques and tactics of what I'm doing. Now, I think like as you watch this, you basically realize that what this is all about is trying to take lots and lots and lots of small trades that are generally with the edge of the market for you. And by doing that, you're able to just willow away and grow the P&L. Now today, obviously this P&L is negative. All the other P&Ls are, by the way, actually positive. Here, let me show you. I can't see it. Anyways, I can't show it because this is like too small. But anyways, trust me on the fact that all the other P&Ls are positive. But that's not the point. Like if you think about this, I was down 275. I'm only down 50. And today's whole trading session was all about how I made the 250 back, which is the much more important skill than making, the one single trade that works and then followed by 1,000 trades that don't. The key idea is to make 1,000 trades that come back from the one trade that doesn't. I, still trying to get myself organized and properly aligned on the techniques and tactics of what I was trying to do earlier today, which is normal because we changed the indicator, we changed the structure. But that is the key point that I kind of wanted to show you, is that in every instance where I've got myself negative, I've been able not only to get myself back to break even, but eventually positive. And I'm pretty confident that this account will go to 300 by the end of the day, just like the other accounts went to the next $100, just like the gold accounts and this morning went to the next hundreds. And that's really the game plan. The game plan is the next 100, the next 100, the next 100, and pretty soon you are at payout territory on all of them, instead of just simply hitting one lottery ticket and hoping it works your way. So, it's just a different approach, but it's a much more consistent approach. All right, fresh session highs, breaking in front of ISM. I guess market is anticipating, either the market is anticipating or market just doesn't care. All right, we will, here's the news flow. Here's the calendar. Jolts. Sorry, but today is not ISM. I'm totally confused. Today is just jolts. Tomorrow is ISM. Tomorrow is the big number. So this isn't really a news-driven thing. It's just pure price action. And now we're going to go turn into the continuity trade. So we're going to start looking at trading, to taking all the continuity candles. But honestly, the continuity trade was really the last half hour. Today was just a massive. Joel's printing. No number. $761 forecast 61. Previous, so I guess that's positive in a sense that everybody's looking for lots of job openings. Okay, positive. That's fine. All right, let's see what the market wants to do. Okay, I'm going to buy this underneath this candle, just like I told you to. Boom. And why am I buying this? Because, we have a neon green candle, very, very large. So I want to buy somewhere mid candle. I had the buy block over here that was developed, but I guess this whole thing mitigated it for some reason. Oh, look at this. This thing just totally mitigated it but we had a buy block. So I was basically trading into the bullish sentiment in front of it. We got a little bit lucky, but we'll take it. Otherwise, now we're just going to see what happens next. Today is a day that broke all the statistical models in the sense that the 9 o'clock hour was the super, super strong hour for continuity, which means that maybe the 10 o'clock hour is not going to be, but we'll give it a shot. Yeah, this was look at this stick here, man. This is why you don't trade news. So this seems to be pretty much the Terminator market. Cannot be killed, right? We went back up to fresh session highs. Although now we're getting the yellow candle. I'm going to take this sell order. Let's see if it works against the high of this candle. This would be this. Basically, you know, we are in a continuity mode, but today has been everything an upside down day. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Let's go already. Come on, let's go. There we go. And so everything's kind of upside down. The session that's supposed to have been discontinuous was continuous. So now my view is that we kind of get into chop. And basically, if you think about this, continuity, you trade the neons. In chop, you trade the yellows and the blues quickly. You know, quickly. Not it's not like, you know, you're guaranteed forever to do this, but that's the general posture. So that's why I was setting myself up like this as a trade. Does that make sense to everybody? Oh yeah, you turned the countdown back on? Good for you. Okay. Andrew, I'm using like a 515, right? 5-point target, 15-point stop. But what I'm using with a stop is the high or the low of the candle. So I'm always trying to compress the stop. I'm, you know, in a slow volatility, it almost works out to like, you know, 1 to 2, 1.5 to 2 negative. So I'm always compressing that, you know, that stop as much as I can. All right, we're getting a big continuity move here. Against this double top. So I'm gonna wait, let them see if they can break the highs. We've had a big move. So I'm going to stay a little patient here. Okay. You know, guys, the strategy that I tested that had like the absolute greatest, most robust, steadiest equity curve was where you were coming in at like a 5-point retrace off the dot candles, right? And I can totally see why, you know, why that's sort of the greatest structure. Because what happens is you're trading with the huge overall momentum, but you're not chasing it to the top. You kind of position yourself right underneath it. I was thinking about this as I was like looking at this white dot, where if you had bought like, you know, somewhere underneath here, it was a pretty easy resolution of the trade. Here comes another pull away trade, you know, that is large. We're kind of naturally forced to do this when these pull away trades are so big. This is, what is that? 23 to 96, like more than 20, 30 points. Oh, broke fresh highs. I should have come in here. Let me see if I can come in here. Not a great entry. I wanted to be here. That's where I should have been. Yeah, I'm going to eat this one. This is a very late fresh highs retracing back out trade. This is me. This is definitely a FOMO trade on my part. I'm going to flatten out. I'm not gonna allow this trade to stop me out. If it goes to fresh highs, that's great. But the probability is it's kind of, you know, it's going to correct a little bit here. We've had the big move. I mistimed the entry. I'm going to watch this a little bit carefully here. Let's see what we want to do. It would come back up. I would have been able to resolve this, but I still think we have a turn trade in the making here. Price is holding just underneath this session highs here at the 25 level. Let's see if they want to take them a little bit higher. There we go. There's a yellow candle. There we go. See, I was just patient enough to trade the turn, right? Nice and clean. Anybody take that trade with me? Yes, and these are pause trades. So obviously, yes, could we go higher? Absolutely. But let's let the candles tell the story. If they go higher, we'll reorient yourself. The idea here is we should be taking the breakout trades, the strong bullish, strong bearish trades. But we've had such a big move already that the statistics are kind of skewed because the 9:30 hour should have been the discontinuous hour. And this is the hour where everything has lots of continuity. But sometimes when you have the big, it's very unusual to have like this big V-shaped move in the first half hour. Usually the trend establishes itself after 10 o'clock, but the trend kind of establishes itself early. So we don't want to, we still want to trade with trend, but we don't want to just simply chase it blindly. Although honestly, this is a buy right here. We're going to be, if this candle holds as a pull away candle, we gotta stay long. Even if this doesn't work, it's fresh session highs. You want to be on this candle. What is this candle? This is 34.22. It's not letting me in. Come on. No, not letting me buy. All right, I'm going to get underneath here, see if I can get by it underneath here. Nope. It's running away. Let's see. All right, let's see if it comes in. No. All right, this one we just missed the move. Continuity move just went to target. So we'll. Now the only thing to do is only if it comes down to like somewhere around the 31s do I want to get involved. Ah, too early. Damn, too early. I screwed this trade. Sorry. I just came in too early. That would have been a perfect trade on the close of this candle, but I just got a little bit too ahead of it. All right. Still making progress, but just missing the execution a little bit. And that's okay too. Like there's literally a trade every 5 minutes, and you're gonna miss a few of them because you screwed up the execution. You weren't looking. You rushed it. I mean, it's all part of it. The idea is to just continue to focus on getting it done. They're going to bust the buy zone, which makes perfect sense because we've had a huge move now, and it's actually quite possible that this could be the near term top. They kind of consolidate it and they start to unwind it this back down to the 600, 560s, whatever. That's just how we trade it. We trade it in waves, right? And you want to catch the turns of the waves. And here we go with the sell trades. I'm going to try and take that down. Come on, go down. I'm just late. Come on. Just missed the execution here again. All right. We will get larger on the next one. It's frustrating. I'm just going to eat this trade if it doesn't come in. Come on. Fuck. All right. I'm just going to get out of it. I'm out of it. Had to eat this trade. Should have been here on the continuity trade. Would have had it. Didn't get it. All right. Let me lock in a little bit here. Not moving till I get a neon candle. There's a lot of temptation here to go one way or the other. We're going to look for neon candles to make the next trade. Or the purple dot, because it's already a second purple dot. If it stays in place, it's kind of a seller's coming in to try to break it down. Not a bad trade. I'll take this trade if it holds. Boom. It does hold. And I'm going to sell again. Fuck. I wanted to get in there again. Come on. Fuck. Nah, get in there. There we go. Sorry, I'm just, I'm trying to get the technique and timing right. Trying to show this to you, and here comes the neon. Just flattening myself out again. because the trade should have been like right here, but still whittling down. Still, I mean, I'm taking my exits way too early. But if I wasn't, on screen, I'd be taking a lot more aggressive trades. I don't want to give bad habits to you guys of what I do, behind the scenes. But I would have easily added, done larger size, come in here, because you can see that as the whole thing turns, the continuity trade really starts to pick up steam, and you can start to to really press it. Still worthwhile to pressing it. See, I'm pressing it right now. Press it to the downside, and it should work out. And there we go. Just keep pressing it, keep pressing it, pressing it. Right. Anyways, I got to run, but today was a really long roller coaster journey of me being way under. Remember, I said to you I wanted to go to 300, so I didn't get to 300, right? But I actually took it down to 51,000, and I brought it back up to 200, which is exactly what you want to do when you're trading like this. You don't tilt. You bring it back to control size, and then the rest of the day you can bring it back to 300, which is exactly what I'm going to do if I have a chance today. And I'll obviously see you guys tomorrow, and we can reconstruct. But the whole idea is, you saw me how like whittling down, staying with a trade. Now, if I didn't get buried myself into a huge hole, this particular account would have been way up for the day, which is exactly where you want to be. So not every day is a huge winning day, but the point is, if you make every day a non-losing day, you're way ahead of everybody else. And I just kind of want to show you how. And obviously, you also can use all of these techniques for your own methodology that could be much bigger or better, or longer stops and targets. The key thing is that you see that the techniques play themselves out in real time, which is what I want you guys to see, and that really makes it hopefully much more real to you guys. I mean, this is all the all me coming in against all of the information that we have here, and just being on the right side of the market. Being on the right side of the market continuously. Like there could have been another 30, 40 points here had I just did nothing but just press the trades. But that's the beauty of it. It really gives you the confidence to press them when you are in the right zone and the right structure. Okay, I got to run, guys. Thank you so much. It was a lot of fun, as always. Come back tomorrow, 8 o'clock as always. Oh no, we're gonna the London hours, right? You guys know that now we're trading London session, and we're gonna trade New York as well. So every day London session, which is really a lot of fun. Today London was kind of very choppy, but if London is any way the way it's supposed to be, all the continuity trades are gonna fall one by the other. Gonna make it really easy. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I'll see everybody tomorrow. Take care. And I'll also see everybody tonight for Asia if you guys want to trade Asia with me. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.